Sure, go
So
ahead.
my friend, well, you can join us on the next one. I didn't even ask if they're ready. I hope they are. All right, so we got our first TQ prize show match of the day, 1v1. Gan versus TerrOru, best of 7.
Do you have your stream on low latency?
Yes.
Well, perhaps I can see it in real time.
We got a PVT today. It's a rematch between TerrOru and Scan. What do you feel about this, Ox?
So I don't think I saw Scan play TerrOru as Protoss, right? He was playing Terran yesterday.
Right, it was the TVT, and now we got a rematch for the PVT. I feel
What
like
was
this
the
will be
score
a little bit
yesterday?
more interesting. The score was 3-0 for Scan.
Ooh.
I feel like it's revenge time for TerrOru. And I heard that TerrOru weakest matchup was the TVT.
I
And
missed.
we
I missed those TBTs. I would have liked to see them, but can you tell briefly how it went?
Yes, we have the videos on Prima One stream. I believe it's on the video of yesterday's stream. I think it's about 7 hours long. There were also 7 2v2 show match, so you can catch everything on there.
It's also on the YouTube as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, can you say a quick sum up for our viewers now, as perhaps we can know that way what to expect in this matchup, which is now TVP?
Oh, the TVP matchup. Yes, I was about to get to it. So Scan opened up with a 10 gateway, which is pretty standard. He just started his assimilator. I believe it will be 13 cybernetics core, and we will follow from there. Let's go to TerrOru, see what he is doing. Pretty standard over there too. Derek went down and he took his refinery. Now, one thing we gotta look for in the Terran is he going to fast expand? As in, is he taking the SCV off gas and then get the quicker second command center at the natural and defend it with a bunker? I feel like that is the meta nowadays in the TVP. And we'll see how Scan responds to that. But I feel like this will be an awesome matchup today, guys. We have a good one today, and I hope that everybody's tuning in. Everybody having a good day.
Yes, sir.
Let's make it a great night, guys.
Is there anything special about these positions, PVT?
It's a closer position, and I feel like if TerrOru wants to be aggressive and go on a 2 factory push with marine tanks and speed vulture, sort of like Gundam style back in the day, he's capable of doing that in this position. Whereas when in cross spawn, it would take a little bit longer for the reinforcement of the vulture. But in these kind of position, it would be a lot closer for the vulture to get there.
So is it better for Terran, given these positions on this map?
I wouldn't say it's better for Terran. It depends how the game play out. And in this position, the Protoss could also go Reaver, and it takes a shorter time, whereas crossbond it would take maybe a little bit longer. And it sort of play out favor for both races. It's a pretty balanced map. Okay. So TerrOru did start his second command center. I believe he took SV off his gas. And he put it back on. I believe that was what happened after he laid down the command center. I didn't follow through. But we had the first Dragoon at TerrOru's base. TerrOru did not build any Marine, so we'll see how he defends this. But that is a tight wall. Not even Zergling can get in. So we'll see what happens.
Sadly, since I'm not ops in this game, I have a few seconds of delay, so it makes no sense that I can make any comments here. So I'll just let you guys talk and wait for the next game.
Right, I believe the stream is about a few seconds delayed. Excuse me, guys. I got a little bit of sore throat today.
It's all good, man. Yeah, I don't think the delay's too bad on the stream, eh? It might be 2 seconds or something like that.
It might be.
by the time you guys were talking about the goon reaching the Terran's main, it was about at half of the map at the stream.
Is
So
that
yeah,
right? Yeah. Okay.
3 seconds.
Maybe like 5, 6 seconds.
I believe that what you're hearing right now it's about 5 6 second delay to accordingly. So what you're hearing right now is live, and it will be on stream in about just the same time that I told you about it. So yeah, everything right now is 5 to 6 second delay that goes on right now.
Yeah, actually, what you're saying on stream is right on time, but since I'm not hearing you, I'm not
Right,
hearing
right.
you.
I understand.
I'm hearing you through Discord, so like I got I'm a bit
Yeah,
ahead of the stream, so
yeah. It
it,
sort of confuses you a little bit. You already know
it,
what's coming. Gotcha.
it's just a technical detail. Never mind. Keep going.
So
Very
Yeah.
nice.
that was a real quick unsiege by Terror. He just moved his tank back before it got sniped by the Dragoons.
Man,
Nice microing here by Scan. He
very
might lose
nice
this one
micro.
soon.
No, did Terra
Nope,
see that
doesn't lose
goon?
this.
I don't think so. He only lost one Zell out there. Did he kill any SCV? I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted. I apologize.
I see one kill on one goon. That's it.
Okay.
He's already got his expansion up. Several
It,
probes are mining.
that was really nicely done by Scan. He has his expansion up, and he threw down his second and third gateway. Also, his observer coming out. He surprised me. He really surprised me.
So, great.
But
Strudel, is there something that you wanted to say about this particular matchup between Scan and Terror? There's a dropship in the bottom of the map that's headed to Scan's main right now. Oh my god, his goons are gonna catch it.
wow.
No, I think I'm a Terran player myself, and I've seen both players play quite recently. So I think it's a quite interesting matchup. I think sadly I have lost the chance to see the TVT, so I'm quite anxious to see what Terry is going to do about Protoss's version of Scan, which I have never seen. So I don't know if he's a good Protoss player or not. But obviously he knows.
Right.
I guess he knows very well what to do against Terran because he's a Terran player himself. So
Now,
yeah,
one
very
thing,
interesting to
one
see.
thing I just want to mention, he did not see the starport, and he defended the dropship. That is just a great sense in the game. What's going on? Because he did not see the starport. Usually, a lower level player would never expect a dropship, 90% of the time. But Scan had four goons there expecting a dropship.
Right, and he knew it's coming from the bottom as opposed to going all the way around, huh?
That was just freaking crazy, dude. He has map pack in his head. That's what it is. In his head, guys. It's a
Yusak,
joke.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm back now.
What do you think, man? What do
Oh,
you
I've
think?
not been able to watch too much of it, but uh, you said that Terra already attempted to drop.
Yeah. And
I
Scan defended it without seeing the
ended up
starport.
seeing it. Well, I see his observer placement right now. That's why I was kind of like he didn't see it yet. So
Right, but it wasn't there. He saw it, but he had four Dragoon there already. I've seen a lot of people play. You had to be at the highest level to know all the timing and everything.
Here's another drop ship that just unloaded 2 vultures that got taken out and a tank that
okay,
sniped.
now
It's got 5 kills on it right now before it was taken out. Gonna lose the dropship as well.
Now Scan does have his third up. I want to see when Terra takes his third. I feel like Terra's not taking his third this game. He's going to go for the 1-0 push. The 1-0, 1 attack, 0 armor timing with 6 factor. Since it's a closer position. He's not pushing this game out longer, guys. I mean, if Scan stopped this push, it might be game. If
yeah,
Yeah,
Terra push through, it's over.
I think you make several factories either in two conditions mostly. When you're seeing mass gateway protoss, where you have to basically defend before taking a third, because if you take your third very greedily with just 2 or 3 factories, you're not going to survive to a gateway man. Or if you're doing a timing push, and there's no other option. He's doing a timing push.
I
In
think
my
it's a
opinion.
timing push, bro. It's not he's not defending against Gateway. It's a timing push.
Yeah, he better.
Here come the tanks.
Okay, well, actually, Scan hasn't started. He's got Arbiter Tech, but he's not started it yet.
That Arbiter is not coming out
Yeah.
anytime soon. Believe me, Arbiter will not be in play. And that timing push, Terror is taking his time. He should not do that. He should march over there right now.
Yeah. If
Get
he
to
takes
that bridge.
and the Arbiter gets out, he's in trouble. Big trouble.
With the amount of gateways that Scan's building now, I don't think Terror is going to be in
Eh,
time to make his timing push before he actually has like a small
r-
advantage, because before Scan
right.
has mined enough minerals to support all his gateway production. But we'll see. Terror can still make a third before like going all in with just 2 bases. We'll see.
There will be no third, man. I don't trust me. There will be no third. He's
Yeah.
going for it.
Well, in
It's
that
the
case,
push right here.
he's going to heavily rely on micro, and he's a good micro player. So Terror is an aggressive player overall, so we'll see. I think
He's a
he's like,
great player.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, honestly, I think his chances in this game are low, but we'll see. We're about to see.
Like
It's
Terror
not that.
has to go. I agree with Hung. He has to go now.
It's not that low, man. I think he got this. If Scan don't hold it right,
Scan doesn't have
he's
speed
about
on
to
his
get to
zealots
the
yet either.
bridge.
Couple
The, J-
Goliath there. I like that. I like that play.
the Dragoon is stuck outside. Okay, he waited up for the drop shift. Waiting for the
Yes.
drop. He sniped the drop ship, so
Oh
no Zella
man,
drop down. It
got
might be.
this.
It's
He's got
game
it.
for Terror. Terror. That was a nicely timed push.
That was a good call, Banana. You suck might have also thought that was going to happen. I really didn't know. I thought that Scan was in a pretty good position. Maybe he could have held off instead of attacking, but Terra's going to take that.
So yeah, I was using back to what I was saying. I was using the name Choboser for years, but what happened was when I quit playing Icy Cup, a friend of mine, I don't know how he did it, but he got my password. I remember how he did it now. He got my password, and he used my name to get all my allies and stuff.
Yeah, you're not lying, because there were a couple times where I played games, and then after I quit, people started using my name, and they're like, "Oh, there's this other guy using your tag," and then I logged on, and shit, I find that guy, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
So I'm getting a few messages from people who don't recognize that soul tag. I didn't either. That Scan. That is the name that he plays under for soul.
I think his actual AKA that he's known for is Aeroscan. Eros is a Korean clan, I believe. I think there were also Eros Ample, Eros Sorry, and then some other folks in that clan. But yes, the blue Protoss that we have in this game is Aeroscan, or better yet, in the American scene, he's known as Scan. Very good Terran player, but today he's playing PVT. Looky here, guys, a proxy pylon. You know what's coming, guys? Proxy gateway. You don't proxy pylon without throwing a proxy gateway, do you? I don't.
Not there, not this early. Maybe he's trying to cannon rush, dude. Let's see it. They are complaining.
It's a 7 gateway now. That is another level. A second gateway. I usually throw down a 9 gateway, so this might be something new for me.
Sorry, Strudel.
Yeah, has it improved since I left?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It looks like it's a little smoother now. Now look what Terror's doing.
Terra's doing 10 10 10, guys. This is not a 11 rack. This is a 10 barrack, 10 gas. with a 9 depot.
This is a weird game already, man. I've
You
never
know,
seen a gas and depot.
this
Or,
is one of the fastest factory build that you can do with a decent economy. Very interesting. And the way that Terra set up his base, the Zealot we have to like dance around the bark in order to hit the marine, and usually it's a really hard task.
I'm not very convinced about the position of the factory of terror there because basically he's blocking the way of his own marine between the barracks and the command center. So basically, there's no way going up. Oh no, no, never mind, never mind. He put his supply a little bit to the left, so yeah, he can go between both buildings. So yeah, so far his SimCity should be able to manage any amount of zealots.
he sees that zealot now. He's just now getting his first marine out. He's like, oh fuck. There we go. He
Hmm.
put another depot next to his factory.
Now we gotta watch the micro. See how the micro goes. Can we get the first
Ooh.
SCV? He did. Very nice. No, Terror done. What Terror done was that he got rid of the probe, and that was a good choice from him also.
Hmm.
That probe can cost some. Could be really annoying when you're trying to micro. Get rid of that probe,
Oh,
guys.
this is gonna be bad.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here. You need to put that marine back between the depot and the
Look at
bark.
this micro, man.
Very nice micro.
Yeah, and he held it off. He's got a vulture on the way.
Now, Cybernetics core is halfway done, and the vulture will be out
Yeah,
very soon.
Terror's in a
This
good position right now. Scan didn't really do enough with that early rush.
very good position. He's making a second vulture arsenal. He might have smelled that Cybernetics core is not fit soon. You know how long it takes to get a dragoon back to your base from the middle? Oof.
Oh, this is. Oh man, dude,
This is gonna be
bad.
nasty. Now I'm gonna keep an eye on the Protoss probe count, okay, and see how many
Yeah, let's see
probes
this
the vultures
vulture.
can kill.
Vulture over at Protoss base. Oh, this is gonna wreak some havoc. Oh, he didn't get the drill on it.
This could be a quick one if
Yeah. He canceled his pylon so he'd have enough minerals to make a dragoon. No.
And Terra's going to take round 2.
Wow. You think Terra sweat?
Lately, I'm just not seeing the protesters doing gateways in the middle of the map because the
right.
Terrans being very conscious about that. So
Right. I have seen Bisu done something similar to that, but it's not a 7 gateway. That's why I was kind of surprised when I saw a 7 gateway. When you do a proxy pylon, you can do a 9 gateway or a 10 gateway still. It's just a pylon. You want it to get a forward gateway. That's what we call it. You could actually do in at your natural. But I don't know what goes through his head. He is not a Protoss player. We just want to remind you guys that. So these little errors right here, a Protoss player would understand.
yeah, he's not a
And
protest player. He's a Terran player, so technically he should know what the Terran weaknesses are against Protoss. So,
right.
uh, but still, Terror obviously is a very good player, so he should not underestimate him.
Now you say
So
you're from South America, right, Strudel? Are you a fan of Terra? Do you watch the stream? Because I do watch Terra stream sometimes in the morning as I eat breakfast at work for like
no,
a couple minutes till I finish my meal. He's a really
no.
good player, man.
To be completely honest, for years and years and years, I've seen only Flash play.
You,
Only Flash.
you only
No
watch
one
the
else.
best of the best, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But now I've started to see other players, and yeah, of course, Terror is an excellent player. I think actually he's the best non-Korean Terran player, no
Right.
doubt about it, in my
I
opinion.
love watching pro players, but I like to see the semi pros or the foreigner scene too. Like in America we watch football. That's one of the biggest sport in America. But I also like college football because college is before they go pro. That's when you realize who's good, who's not. You root for them.
Yeah,
It's just something I enjoy. And it sort of give you like more games to watch too, man.
of course, of course. And I mean, I guess after beating Terror 3-0, I guess obviously Scan has some room to get greedy, but I think he has gone too far. He has completely underestimated
Now, guys, this
Terror.
game is freaking
Ooh,
interesting. A
yeah,
12 Nexus and a 13
I
Command
love
Center.
it. I love it.
Now, it's a big map, but I have done a 12 Nexus on this map before against some Korean Terran around like 2200. And you know what he did to me? He freaking sent 8 SCV and he bunker rushed me. I have seen somebody done that to Snow in the final. I believe it was Flash and whoever it was, semi-final, and he held it with the 12 gate, but I died.
I
That's the
think
difference between the pro and the regular players, man.
that's completely standard. I think actually, in my particular case, if the what I usually do against Protoss is just go for a standard bunker expand. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with factory. But if I scout early enough that the Protoss is going for a Nexus first, I definitely go for a 6, 7, or 8 SCV rush.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the times I'm successful. And of course, I did not invent it. I just copied it
From
from
the
pro
pro
gamers.
player, like you seen, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's completely standard. I mean, I don't think it's something out of the
Yeah. So like, if you have somebody ever stopped that build, like the send 6 SCV and then 3 Marine bunker rush if you 12 Nexus, have any
no,
Protoss ever stopped you, or it's always
no,
like a 90% success rate for the Terran player?
90% successful success rate. Yes, yes.
But I have seen Snow held it off. It was the
Oh yeah,
same exact build, and the Terran did the same thing. He held it off.
yeah, yeah. Of course, but I mean, we're talking about Snow.
Okay.
Right.
He's like
It,
the second best Protoss in the world.
yeah, I'll
Uh,
agree with that. Or Rock, maybe. Let's see. Rock's a Protoss, isn't he?
I don't know about that. You gotta keep Bisu and Rain at the
No.
top two,
Yeah,
man.
Bisu's the best player in the world.
That's the number
He's
one
the
Protoss.
Protoss
That's
player.
the Protoss.
Uh,
And then
you
the
you need.
second is whoever.
I'm gonna take the floor just for a second because I'm getting messages left and right. Okay, guys, your top left up here is Terran up here, magenta, and Scan is in the bottom right playing as Protoss off racing. Uh, I believe the reason why he is off racing is because they played TVT yesterday. Is that correct, Hung?
Right. And then Terra lost 0-3 to Scan. I mean, some of I believe game two, Terra should have had that in the bag. At one point, he was at 170. Scan was at about 125, 120. And deep down inside, I thought Terra had this in the bag. To be honest with you, I felt like he took a little bit too long to sort of put the pressure on Scan. He sort of just stay in the middle of the map while he was so ahead. You have to
That was a
move,
great
bro.
game.
Like that's one thing about Terra. So if I could have messaged him and be like, "Hey man, stop fucking camping in the middle of the map. You're ahead."
It was a great game. It was very close. He could have maybe even stayed in, and we wouldn't know what happened.
Look at this.
Scan was not that ahead, but I don't think that's the reason that he's off race. The note that I received was the TVT takes a very long time.
Right.
Mhm.
FS7 would take a week, I think, to finish up, and they just both wanted to play
PVT is a
PVT.
great
So
matchup. There are so many openings, so many ways to play. There's carriers, the DT drop, DT, just regular DT, Dragoon harassment,
Oh yeah.
Reaver, Zealot drop, Arbiters, carriers. It's a good game. Whereas PVZ, you have to fast expand Zealot.
Whoever
Corsair. It's
Scan is
just
ruthless, man.
whoever,
He's out for vengeance. He's killing everything in his path. He just killed an Ursidon even.
whoever put those Urzadons on the map did not want them to live very long.
uh, yeah. I hate the bears, man. The bears always sometimes I try to expand it, block my expansion.
that's the best part about this map, bro. Don't take away the critters. Get
Ox,
more
Ox,
critters.
Ox wants
And you know why? They make their health really low because it pisses off people, I think. Like
Yeah. They
Starcraft,
know.
they
They
won't
know.
kill
They
them in one hit. I wish they had like 2,000 HP or something like that. Because they do get in the expansion area and you can't wield a Nexus or whatever.
I
right.
think you can be thankful of the fact that they just have like 9 HP and not 60.
Right. Yeah. I think
Shout
they
out
s-
to
I
Derek.
think they do start around they do start pretty
No, this is
On
way
this
at
map,
it
they only
stays
have
like
like
that.
9 hit
Gotcha.
points apiece, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
let's get back to the game, guys.
I-
Scan took
I was
6
gonna ask you.
o'clock.
Yeah, he went for that extra expansion. I was actually gonna ask you. Ooh, is he Terror scouted this? So, do you think he's gonna do a little
Extra
timing push here?
early. I think Scan might have hurt me. He didn't. He's not trying to arbor attack that fast this game.
Terror is definitely going for a push.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm thinking too. And I think Scan's gonna get early zealot legs. I think he realized that first game,
Right.
him not having
Now
legs
I have
really
seen
hurt him.
Terra TVP a lot, and he does put down his third command center, and he likes to do the 2-1 timing push. Why is he doing? Why is he playing differently now? Maybe the confidence that he have gained from the past 2 games. I'm not sure. But here come the push.
Yeah, he just might not be confident enough to transition into a late game. I mean, he has proven himself that he can beat Scan in an early game. So why not just do it again?
I'm also going to go out on a limb and just say Protoss is most vulnerable right now.
Yeah,
You're right.
it-
You're
it's
definitely
definitely
right. Terra
now.
scouted that, and he knew he had to go. I think that's a proper call. He had to go. He cannot let Scan stay with a 3 base, a free expansion. That's why he's pushing.
Now he is going after the second expansion. His Dragoons are trying to get in by destroying one of his own pylons.
That's a very good call. He's most vulnerable now.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be
You
bad.
gotta go.
If he gets the high
But
ground.
he didn't lose any probe though, bro. Like
It
he
doesn't
might
seem like he can
he might
save.
lose the Nexus, but he's retaking his third at the mineral base only.
I mean, this is gone. There's no point of trying to save that. Now,
Yeah.
can he stop this push that's going to move towards his base? And he's already expanded again, it seems like.
Now the question is Terra going back or he's going for it? There's no turning
I
back.
think he's
That's
gonna
what it
go for
seems like. Yep.
Oh, this is a
There's
big
a lot of vultures.
Very interesting about Terror how he took advantage of the shape of this map, how he positioned his siege tanks to destroy that third nexus without basically getting any damage from the dragoons mainly. Very nice how he took advantage of the map.
Yes.
Doesn't have speed on his zealots. He doesn't have a shuttle. His goons
man.
Oof.
Wow.
just didn't work out for him.
I think he just took his third expansion too soon. He
I
didn't
wonder if
start
it would have been
with
better
legs.
for him to sort of camp outside of Terran's base and not
Look
even
at the
allow him
research
to come out
difference.
that easily because he needs to buy a lot of time.
Now I just have a question. Does Terra feel disrespect because Scan decided to off raise? Or he just like, oh, why is this guy trolling?
Well, this was agreed beforehand.
This was agreed.
Yeah,
But
they
but
didn't
I
want-
bet you Terra feel a little bit disrespect. He will not lose to Scan Protoss since he already lost to Scan Terran yesterday. You know what I mean? If you lose to somebody and somebody else against you, you gotta beat them. I mean, at least
Are you
that's how.
making it? You suck, or did you want me to?
I've got it already.
At least that's how I feel, man. If somebody off race against me, they already beat me. They're getting an ass whooping.
See, last game, I think if Scan is going to take that third expansion that early, you can't keep pumping probes like he was. Did you guys see the resource difference?
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like Scan need to learn to cut prop as Protoss.
Yeah.
Because if the timing's coming, you cannot keep pumping prop, bro. You gotta have unit out now. It's coming.
Mm-hmm. And see, isn't this kind of a Terran favored map?
I think I know that Zerg left this map. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Terran. I mean, thing about it is that they have 2 small entrances and the high ground on top of the third mineral base only. And on this map, what Terran usually do in the TVP is that they double expand. They'll try to take the. They try to defend I don't know if you know what I mean. There's some between the mineral base and the natural. They'll defend right there, and it'll cover both bases. That's what I see when I usually see in a TVP.
So we have Terror upper left and Scan lower left. He also just asked before we started the game if he could play Zerg after this series, and I'm not sure what his intention is, whether that's a rematch of a 1 versus 1.
Well, he's a better Zerg than he is a Protoss, in my
Is
opinion.
he? Yes,
His
I've seen him play Zerg before. His Zerg is not bad. I mean, we could. I mean, since we are let him do, it's up to you, Ox. You're the man to call. You're the
It's
man to
up to
make
the
the call.
people. The other person who wanted to play, and I think Dandy, I saw Babo who was waiting in the channel, but Dandy did say he wanted to 1 versus 1. Shout out to Fuji, went out of his way to kind of
I mean,
rob.
I heard that Donde TVZ is better in Terra. So I haven't been following Donde more. We
If
have to
Scan
catch.
wants to do another 1v1 and Dandy wants to play, is it better for Scan to play versus Dandy or Terra and Dandy?
It would be nice to have a different, a different variety of players, but it's really up to the viewers. How about we have a vote in the chat right now? If you want to see Dandy against Scan, or do you want to see Terra against Scan in the TVZ?
I would
Type
like to
one
put
for
my 2
Dandy.
cents in real quick.
Type 2 for Terra.
Shout
But
out to Landowner. Assuming that Dandy, Scan, and Terra are available for 1 versus 1, we might have some other players as well. We could always set up a 2 versus 2. That's what Wiggly wants, but it'd be nice to get another 1 versus 1 in.
But Scan and Terra did beat Dandy and Babu yesterday in a 2v2. We could have a rematch afterwards. So it would be nice for Scan to versus Dandy next, and then Scan and Terra rematch with Dandy and Babu. I mean, I would do it if it was me, but it's really up to you guys.
we'll see. My thing about it is Terror going to be okay with this? Because right now he's up 3-0. If he wins this game, he 4-0 Scan, and we're going to take games away from Terror if he's still wanting to play. You see what I'm saying?
Right. We had to ask Terra because he won the game. The winner stays. That's
It's
how
kind of like
we
you
roll
playing
around.
ball on a
Right.
basketball court, man. Winner stays.
Right. I mean, that's just logic.
Yeah, I also think
You
that the
know.
priority should definitely be for the winner.
Yeah, I used to play 2K and Madden, bro, with my friends. And if I win, I stay. Somebody, the loser get out. Shit, I'm not getting off the controller.
So someone says the winner should stay in place. I'm not sure if Scan is trying to play next or not.
Well, he's wanting to
Mm.
play Zerg is what he's asking. But now,
Now let's get
honestly,
back to the game first before we start
right?
analyzing who playing
I'm
next.
hoping Scan comes back in this game. He can't go out 4-0.
Yeah, don't go down like this. Scan, you make Protoss look bad. We are a weak. We are a weak on
Boom.
ladder.
Protoss, man. You're not a Protoss player, are you? Well, you play all the races, I guess. Well, what
Terror,
race do you play on ladder?
Terror has gone for a very
Who, me?
safe SimCity positioning of his supply depots, so he can basically
Ooh,
get Marines
I
through.
like that. Did you guys see that? He depot block the upper
You're
part.
right, Trudeau. I think he was expecting the Zealots to come through, huh?
He did.
Yeah, it was definitely expecting a gateway in the center of the map. I think
He's already
because of
lost 2 Marines.
the placement of his supply depots.
This is the build I was telling you about. Like
One Zealot's gonna disappear.
the second game where he proxy in the middle, he should have done this, but at his natural. The gateway should be 4 at his natural. But this workout it didn't work out too bad for him. But he
Was
has to
the right build?
he
Is that what you're saying?
right, but the difference is that Bisu go faster gas. And I usually do it too. I try to do it with slower gas and vultures just wreck me. You have to do sort of like a PvP build. You make your second pylon before your gas. It's about like a 16 gas, 15 gas. With a second pylon down around 13. And you can pump out 2-0 and still get your Dragoon out to defend the vulture.
See this right here. This build is kind of weird because he's going for Dragoon range before his. Usually you drop 2 gateways and then pump out a couple early Dragoons and then get your range. He cannot let this bunker finish. He can't lose that zealot right away either.
No. Cannot lose too many probes either.
Well, he's not lost any. He's lost
Okay.
one.
He lost
Two.
about 3. That's not too bad. He owned
Yeah.
3 probe.
That was cold.
Yes. But the way that the build that I was telling you about, you have to gas from 15 or 16. Usually 15. Second pylon at 13. You can still make 2 zealots to put on the same pressure.
Right.
But your cybernetics will be up quicker. Your nexus will be up just a slightly bit slower. But it's a safer way to try to do this build.
I feel like he's gonna need another zealot just to take some hits, get another unit out a little bit faster. And he really
That's
needs
sort of
to
what Scan was saying, that you don't want to remake Dragoons. You want to be remaking Zealots. And what I took from that was that Zealots are sort of like the shock troops. They absorb damage.
Yeah, they're sort of like the meat of the terrorist army. I mean, the Protoss army. They're sort of like the muscle man. They die. It's 100 mineral to.
I guess that makes sense. And they produce pretty fast compared to Dragoons. Right?
Mm-hmm. Dragoon is more like a support unit. The damage, the higher number of Dragoon, the more damage you can.
This is already looking kind of bad for Scan. He's got 2 tanks, several Marines, 3 Vultures. He's making a bunker.
Terror is putting a lot of pressure on him. He need that Dragoon range to finish now.
Don't see him breaking from this without losing everything. His units, his probes.
Oh man, his timing.
I think this is going to be game.
Golly.
Because of the results of this show match, 4-0